Hi everybody, welcome to week 3. It is quite wet and rainy and floody out there today, so I hope you all are staying dry and not out and about too much. We had a smaller group in class today in person, which is understandable. Thought it was a great conversation, so those of you who weren't in class today in person, be sure to watch the podcast and you can participate in the questions or the clouds I asked, and there was a video that went along with the lecture today, so please be sure to watch that video too. I think it's probably the most important part of the class today. So today's topic was repatriation and acknowledgement and ancestral land, and we talked about the themes that came up in the annotations, those primary sources related to the Kumeyaay ancestors who were unburied or discovered at the Chancellor's house at UCSD in the 1970s and then stored and transported and ultimately finally repatriated back to the Kumeyaay. So we talked about that situation, and I talked a little bit about Kumeyaay creation stories. And Wednesday, our discussion will be more historically oriented. So going back into the earlier colonial periods, back into the 1500s, and looking at the region and impact of Spanish colonization. So it's the title is Contact and Colonization in the Southwest, and we'll look at a couple different groups. So we won't just stick with the Kumeyaay, but look at other Native nations and their experiences with Spanish missionaries and Spanish conquistadors. So that's coming up for Wednesday. And then Friday, for our asynchronous day, we are reading a selection of creation stories from California. So there's a bunch of different Native nations that these are representative of. They come from a collection of texts that's called The Way We Lived, and it's a book that's been compiled and edited. So you'll see the the text of the creation story as told by, and their lists an author, and then you have the editor's sort of notes stringing them together. So it's an interesting text, and I think it's helpful to kind of have those notes to put those all together, and we could talk about whether or not we agree with the editor's comments or what, and what kinds of things we notice in the margins of the annotations. So looking forward to seeing what you think about that, since it's actually like text of creation stories. It's a different kind of reading than reading like an academic article. So looking forward to it. So other things going on this week, you have a short reflection due on Sunday, class participation reflection number 1. And that's just a chance for you to check in with me, tell me how the class is going for you, how the ungrading policy is going, if you have any outstanding questions, things like that. And I can respond directly to you through Canvas, through that survey. All right, everyone, stay dry, stay safe, and I will see you on Wednesday or online. All right, bye.